breakfast meats are you doing?
For your information, this is me being creative.
You're listening to AM PM with Thom Hazaert on Los Anarchy Radio.
Hey, this is Meegs from Cold Chamber, and you're listening to Thom Hazaert on Los Anarchy Radio.
So let's talk about Rivals, man. How was making the new record? What you guys went down and did it with Zukov in Florida, right?
No, we did it with Zukov was in the building, but it was Mark Lewis. Mark Lewis was responsible for the producing, engineering, mixing, all that shit. So talented as fuck. I mean, he's done everybody. He's done off the top of my head, he's done obviously Devil Driver. He's done Cannibal Corpse. He's done just a shitload of fucking other bands, and he was an amazing person to work with. The making of the Rivals was for the first time, it was such a really great experience in terms of creativity, efficiency. Camaraderie. It was just like literally. I don't have one bad thing experience. I don't have one like fuck. It was great. It was fucking awesome. And we had a great time.
Well, what was it like going into making this record? A decade since you made the last record, and what was it like? Were you guys trying to do something different? Were you trying to stay the same? I mean, what was your thought process going into writing? I mean, it's a heavy as fuck record, but some of that probably comes from working with Mark and the heavier, tones. I mean, but what was your thought process going into writing and making this record? I mean,
yeah. I mean, like, honestly, dude, like I've been asked that question, and I feel that we went into it without a pre-planned thing. We kind of had like a vision, and we kind of sort of talked about it, but we were like, you know what? Why don't we just write what we write? Let's not think about what year it is. Let's not think about what year it was. Let's not think about what it could be or what it was. None of that. Let's just write a Cold Chamber record. Obviously, my playing has changed since the 90s, obviously. And I write a lot different now. But when I write for Cold Chamber, I don't go, you know what, I want this to sound like Loco. I want this to sound like this and that. I just write. And what comes out, because for Cold Chamber, I tailor it for our band. And Cold Chamber to me is more now a musical style. Like for me, it's like, okay, that era, I get the essence of that spirit of the 90s, of the new metal thing. But it's also, an advancement of Dark Days. It's like where we left off, but we bring the spirit back of our past and make it 2015. You know what I mean? It's not like, but we never really. I mean, that was kind of our headspace, but we didn't really go, okay, we want to make it sound like this, or we wanted to make it sound like this band or that band. We never did that. We just go, you know what? Let's just do Cold Chamber.
And that's awesome, man. I mean, it's a cool thing to go back and make another record. And that's what I got when I heard the record. I'm like, it sounds like fucking Cold Chamber.
You're listening to AM PM with Thom Hazaert.
Here from Slipknot and Stone Sour.
Saving the world one rock star at a time.
Thom Hazaert.
Thom Hazaert.
Biggie T. Yeah. If he hadn't grabbed me by the shirt, I would be a splatter on the pavement.
So it was him who physically stopped you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I woke up the next day and I was like, I'm done.
You're listening to Thom Hazaert on Lost Anarchy Radio.
And we're back on AM PM hanging out with Meegs from Coal Chamber. So, and you and Mikey, for people who don't know, I've been, in the downtime from Coal Chamber, we're doing another band called We Are the Riot. So, and how is it different when you go in to write for Coal Chamber? How is it different than writing for We Are the Riot? Because We Are the Riot's obviously a little bit poppier and a little bit more,
Here's the thing with so it's kind of like me and Mikey's and everybody this is our headspace. If we're gonna do a side project or another project, not even a side project, this is a legitimate other project. It's not like a side thing. For me, We're the Riot is a full blown project, and so is Coal Chamber. But I'm not gonna play another band that sounds like Coal Chamber. You know what I mean? I don't understand when bands do that. I don't get it. So for me, the tuning is different. The singing is different. The guitar playing is different. The songs are different. Everything is so different that people don't even recognize that would be me playing. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. So that's just another facet and another side of what I do in Mikey. And so the difference between those two bands is basically We Are the Riot is more of a super collaborative. Everyone's equal as fuck in terms of everyone writes. Everyone plays guitar. Everyone plays this and that. Everyone writes. Everyone contributes. Everyone it's an equal member. Everyone goes, okay, I don't like that. Okay, we'll change it. It's super collaborative. And if I put a little riff or somebody else puts a little riff, I put something on top or they put something on top. It just stacks up. It's like a stacking thing. So we just stack up the song. So it takes a lot longer. So when I come in, let's say for Coal Chamber, it's a lot quicker, dude. I mean, I come in with a riff with Mikey. Mikey spits out, starts, spitting out some rhythms, and it's fast. Boom, boom. We write it right there. It's one guitar player. Boom. In the other band, We Are the Riot, there's two guitar players and there's a bass player, and obviously, but we're all writers. We're super writers. So it's like we're all kind of throwing ideas. So the song doesn't come along as quick, but it's a lot more. We try to arrange song. We try to make it more palatable, and it's a lot of fun, man. That band's a lot of fun in terms of Coal Chamber's a lot of fun in terms of it's heavy and it's groovy and people jump up and down. But for me, We're the Riot, we concentrate more on let's just write a good song. Let's just write, what I mean? And that's kind of like the spirit of that song.
It is. We Are the Riot is. I mean, it's a lot more melodic, arranged songs where Coal Chamber's heavy riffs and heavy vocals, and it's heavier. I mean, We Are the Riot's awesome, but it's just more thought out, melodic. It's aggressive, but it's real melodic.
Yeah, for sure.
And, so who else is in the band? You, Mikey.
Are you talking about No, Shane. Oh yeah, We Are the Riot is obviously me, guitar, Mikey, drums, Shane, the guitar player.
I've known that dude for 10 years. I still don't know how to pronounce his fucking name.
You still can't pronounce it, right? He spells it. Yeah. Shane. Or Big Bird, that's what I call him. And then
Sweet Tits.
And then Andy, Andy, the bass player, and Jimmy Trigger is our vocalist.
Okay. The revolving We Are the Riot vocalist. So, but Jimmy's been in the band for the band for a couple of years now. He's been there for a while now, right?
Yeah, he's been close to I think close to 2 years.
That's awesome. And what's the plan with that? Are you guys working on new stuff, obviously?
Well, right now, we're working on new shit. It's taking a lot of time just because, obviously the Coal Chamber thing, took over, and that took, over a year, and we put it on hold, but you know, we've been working with our producer, Ulrich Wild.
Ulrich,
you probably know him.
I love Ulrich.
Yeah, everyone does, and that dude it's fucking it's the best, dude. So he really took a liking of the band, and it's very. So right now we're in the process of writing new shit and doing an EP. So like we're gonna write like an EP and searching. Right now that we're off tour, we're gonna do the right thing and have meetings with managers and the whole bit. But yeah, right now it's taking time, but it's gonna come together. Yeah, we're just doing doing that whole. We're doing an EP. We're recording with Ulrich Weil, it's just slowly coming back together. It's just we've been off, on We Are the Rise have been on a hiatus, obviously because of Cold Chamber, but yeah, so we're doing that thing right now, and Cold Chamber, it's not going to resume till like next year.
Oh, that's awesome. So now you guys got some time to really focus on We Are the Riot and, the homoerotic shenanigans that will undoubtedly ensue.
So it's $10 for a BJ, $12 for an HJ, $15 for a ZJ.
What's a ZJ?
You have to ask, big man. You can't afford it.
You're listening to AM.